Hello and welcome back to Automation Squad. Today we'll continue with UiPath's AI Center um, with the next episode. So previously we discussed on what is AI, what is ML, what are the types we have for ML, and why do we have to include RPA, why do we have to include AI and ML to the RPA, and what is the advantage of including, combining both of them. And then I've also explained a bit of examples for each type of ML type. So that was quick recap of the previous session. In today's session, at the end of today's session, you will learn what is AI Center, different life cycle stages of AI Center, and who are involved in in what stage. We also see some of the pre-built models that are available in marketplace. Let's get started. So firstly, what is AI Center? AI Center is UiPath's ML platform. It allows us to deploy, consume, manage, and improve ML skills developed in-house, that is by UiPath, or by external UiPath partners like HTO. It is an end-to-end platform um, our RPA process to accelerate and to also to automate the tasks which we ignored in planning stages due to the fact that human intervention, human knowledge is required for those processes. So all those processes can be move forward with the help of AI Center. So that's a quick overview of what is AI Center. So this is the entire life cycle of AI Center. So now we'll see each life cycle stage. Firstly, the model, choosing a model. So choosing a model happens in orchestrator, AI Center orchestrator, which I've shown it before. So this would be your the dashboard or the main platform of AI Center. You can find that in here. We'll also see how do we the AI Center, how we get the AI Center for enterprise. You have to request for enterprise trial, and then you have to enable it from admin tab. Let's I'll quickly show that. So once you sign up with your own account, you have to request for enterprise, and then once you request, you will get a message saying like this is your trial period and it expires in some days. So once you've done that, you have to go click on more and then click on admin, and then licenses. And here you can see what are the licenses which has been assigned to you. Let's get back to tenants. So for me, I just enabled AI Center. Just have to click on three dots, then tenant settings. And here you have to enable AI Center. So before you request for enterprise style, you wouldn't see the AI Center. So once you request for enterprise style, you would see AI Center. Just check that and then click on save, and then that will be appearing here. And then once you click on AI Center, it will navigate you to the main dashboard. So you can create a project here. So this is the this is how you request for AI Center for enterprise. For you to learn AI Center. So first lifecycle step would be choosing a model. So choosing a model happens here in the AI Center platform. So what does that mean? What is model? So choosing a model is nothing but ML model which can be built by data scientist, and there are other ways as well. So first way will be like that your data scientist creating a model for you, and then you will be using that in further stages. And the second option would be there are open community. You can the UiPath provides some of the out of box models which can be directly used in your workflows. And the other way would be H2O integration. That would be UiPath partners integration. So they also provide some of the models. Some of them are paid, some of them are available for free. You can check out the company. The partner name is H2O. So the compatibility, it works with Python 2.0 and then 3. 2 and X and then 3 and X, and these are GPU hosted models. Yeah, GPU hosted models. So choosing a model, we discussed about three ways, right? One is with your data scientist creating one for you. and then second one using the existing out of box models, and the third one is getting from the H2O external partners. And the other way, we can use the existing ones which are available in marketplace. Just have to go to marketplace, and then from the product you have to choose AI center, and these are the some of the models which are already available in the UiPath marketplace. So it is like you can see this one, intelligent text classifier by Robio. You can now find the description, what does it do. You can check this out. So that is the first stage, choosing a model, and that happens in orchestrator from AI center dashboard. So that's this one. And the second stage is to deploy your model. So once you choose your model, it can be for example, um, it might be a sentiment analysis model, something NLP model. So once you choose that, you have to deploy that here itself. We'll so in coming sessions we'll discuss about each part of this. So just for now, for just to understand the life cycle, just assume that you will be choosing a model here, and then you will be deploying a model here, and that can be consumed in the UiPath. Just assume that. So we chosen a model and we deploy that. So deploying, we consume that, and then it will so as I already explained in the previous session, so ML would be something which it learns by itself using the human. So we create a model that will predict, or it predicts something. So that is a continuous process. So once you deploy it, you it runs for certain period with the training data it has. If it is failed to predict something, it asks for human, and then that will be again it taken as an input by a ML model, and then it will try and retrain again. So that's basically the deploy, consume, manage, and improve. It itself will be life cycle again. So once you once you choose your model, once you deploy, consume, and manage, you have to we have a activity called ML skill, which looks like I'll just show you like how it looks. These are example. I'll explain this example in our end. I'll explain the use case, and then you can build it along with me in each step. So this is an activity ML skill, and this is part of the package called UiPath.ml services. And using this ML skill, you get the use the model which is being deployed in the orchestrator. So that's what drag and drop into our flow. And then next would be the studio part. So once you have your ML model, once you use that ML model using ML skill, you provide the input, and it provides the output. So here the output is in this form of JSON. So once for certain period, if the model is unable to predict or something, for example, now I'm saying prediction, it can be classification as well. So if it doesn't do, then it will ask for human help, and that will be the decision point. So here we use action center. So once it's got stuck in some item, in what way it has to go, then that will be directly created an action item, and then human will be involving there. So a human will enter for that particular item, and then the model will learn from next time, and then next time it will do that in a correct way, the one which human entered. So that's about the human invalidation, and then it repeats again. So once human enters, the model will train again, and this will be a complete cycle which will be repeated all the time. So that's about the life cycle stages. So choosing a model will be from orchestrator, and then this will be an orchestrator to deploy a model, and this will be here the UiPath Studio comes into picture. So we drag and drop ML skill, we use that the one which we deployed in the orchestrator, and then we use action center if there is any other path, I mean out of the box items. If there are any items which ML model can't predict, that in for those places human will be part of the model, and then once the model gets the input from human, it will retrain again. So that's about the life cycle. Now the personas, who will be in charge of what. Firstly, data scientist. He is in charge of building and uploading the ML models to AI center. Data scientists build, and then they'll give us the pack. They'll give the packages which has to be uploaded. So then the process controller is responsible of maintaining the licenses, and the ML package it is been given by data scientist. He process controller will be manage. He will be in charge to upload these to AI center. And then RPA developer, we are in charge of using the already deployed by ML packages which are already deployed by data scientists or provided by UiPath. We ultimately use the already deployed ones in our UiPath studio using the ML skills activity. So that's our main task. So as I already mentioned, ML skill is the part of a package called UiPath.ml services, if you have to check. And this activity will be supported for all the UiPath Studio versions above 2019.10. And so next will be like, who builds these ML models. UiPath will have this common question like, what are these models, and then how do we get these models. So as I already mentioned, UiPath will be providing some of the open source models. You can make use of those, or else if you are a data scientist, you can create by yourself and then you can upload by yourself. Else you can also check out the partners. So that's about today's session. We discussed what is AI center, and then the life cycle stages of AI center, and then who is involved in what. For in the coming sessions, we'll be creating some simple use case. Today I'll just explain the use case. So our use case will be the movie classifier, like whether we have to watch or not. It is like it gives us the review, like how positive it is, whether you have to watch or we have to waste the time. So for that we are using the IMDb. So what the bot does is, I'll just explain the steps. It goes to IMDb. It has to take the movies list in the form of a list. So we'll provide the movies in the form of a list, and then for each movie it has to go to IMDb. It has to search for the movie name, and then there will be reviews, right, from different people. For example, Game of Thrones. So once you click on Game of Thrones, these are the reviews, user reviews. So based on these reviews, the bot has to predict how good it is. Like if this particular review is a good one, is positive one or failure one. If and From that we can check like whether we have to watch or not. We can decide from the output of that model. So quickly to show you the output. So we have to create a separate CSV file for each movie. So this is the output of Game of Thrones movie. So these are the feedbacks from the IMDb, and then from this it will decide like if it is positive or negative, and then if it is positive, how much the confidence level is. You can ignore this part. We just need this positive or negative. So these are all the positive ones, and this one is negative. Once you like, if you see like but the last session was ruined. So ruined is a negative word. So some model which is here I used the sentiment analysis model, which is already available in UiPath. We'll see that how we train the model, and then how we use that in UiPath. So this is the this will be the use case which we are going to develop, and in coming session I'll be explaining you some of the use cases in different domains, and then we'll see like with examples. So we'll explain like how the AI center, what are the basic what are the use cases that we can make as a project in different domains. So that's it for today's session. Happy automation. Thank you. Bye.